Today we are going to learn Kirchhoff's laws, Kirchhoff's current law and Kirchhoff's voltage law. But before starting that, we need to recap some of the basic concepts of current electricity. Let's start with those, some basic concepts of current electricity. We know that when a potential difference V is applied across a resistance R, then a current I flows through it, and according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR, that is potential difference is equal to current into resistance, and the current flows from high potential to low potential end. That is, if we consider a resistance AB and current flows in the direction A to B, then we can say that VAB, that is potential difference between these 2 points A and B, is equal to VA minus VB is equal to plus IR, as A is the high potential point and B is the low potential point. Therefore, VA minus VB is always positive. Similarly, if we are to find out VBA, that is potential difference between B and A, which is VB minus VA. As we can see from the direction of current flow, that current is flowing from A to B, that is A is this point A, this is high potential point, and this point B, this is low potential point. Therefore, VB minus VA, that is low potential minus high potential, this should be negative. So we have to write VB minus VA is equal to minus IR. In case of cell, suppose this is a cell supplying a voltage or EMF E between these 2 points A and B. Now we can see that the positive of the cell is connected to the point A and the negative is connected to the point B. Therefore, A is the high potential point, that is positive with respect to B, which is at low potential. Now we have to write the potential difference between A and B. So we can write like this, that VAB, that means VA minus VB, we should write this as plus E. Now if we write VBA, that means VB minus VA, that is potential of B minus potential of A, as B is the low potential point, then we can write this as minus E. Now you can think about a problem. Suppose this is a point A, this is a resistance, this is a cell, this is another resistance B. Suppose this is 2 ohm, this is 5 volt, and this is 1 ohm. A current 2 ampere is flowing from A to B. We have to find out the potential difference between the points A and B, that is VAB, that means VA minus VB. Now you can see that the current is entering from A and leaving the branch from the point B. Therefore, we can take a point C here and another point D here. Now between these 2 points A and C, A is at high potential with respect to C, because a resistance 2 ohm is connected between A and C, and the current 2 ampere is flowing from A to C, that is with respect to C, A is high potential point and C is low potential point, because we know that in case of a resistance, current always flows from high potential to low potential end. When current flows through a resistance, it goes from high potential to low potential end. Therefore, from A to C, and this is a resistance 2 ohm between A and C, therefore current flows from A to C. A is high potential end, C is low potential end. So we can write this VA minus VC. This must be positive because A is at high potential, that is IR 2 into 2, this is equal to 4 volt. Now you have to compare between these 2 points C and D. Now with respect to D, C is at high potential because the positive of the battery is connected to C and the negative is connected to D. Therefore, with respect to D, C is at high potential. You may think that C is at low potential, but that is with respect to A. When we compare between A and C, A is at high potential and C is at low potential. But if we compare between C and D, as the positive of the battery is connected to the C and negative is connected to the point D, we can say that C is at high potential with respect to D. Therefore, Vc minus Vd, this is plus 5 volt. Because again I can say that positive of the cell is connected with the C point and negative of the cell is connected with the D point. Now current is flowing through 1 ohm resistance and it is flowing from D to B. We know that when current flows through a resistance, it always flows from the high potential to low potential end. Now if we compare between D and B, then D is at high potential with respect to B and B is at low potential with respect to D, because there is a resistance 1 ohm between these 2 points and current is flowing from D to B. Therefore, with respect to B, D is at high potential. Therefore, Vd minus Vb, this is positive, and 2 into 1, that is V is equal to I into R. I is 2 ampere, R is 1 ohm, 2 volt. If we sum up all these, Vc, Vd, Vd cancels, Va minus Vb is equal to 11 volt. This is the answer. Now, when we have to solve this kind of problems, remember that we have to think about point by point. First, we consider these 2 points A and C, and the circuit element between these 2 points, which is a resistance. With respect to C, A is at high potential, therefore Va minus Vc is positive. Now consider these 2 points C and D. The positive of the battery is connected to C and negative to the D point. Therefore, between Vc and Vd, C is at high potential with respect to D. Therefore, Vc minus Vd is positive. And again, between D and B, there is a resistance 1 ohm and current flows from D to B. Therefore, this D end is at high potential end of the resistance and this B end is the low potential end of the resistance. Therefore, with respect to B, D is at high potential. Therefore, Vd minus Vb, this must be positive, and IR is equal to 2 volt. Sum up all this to get the potential difference between V and Vb. Now, another problem, same kind of problem. Suppose this is 2 ohm, this is 5 volt, this is 3 ohm, this is 2 volt. Suppose a current flows from A to B and this current is 1 ampere. We have to find out the potential difference between A and B, that is Va minus Vb. Now consider a point C here. With respect to C, A is at high potential because current flows from A to C and there is a resistance 2 ohm. Therefore, A is the high potential end of the resistance, C is the low potential end of the resistance. Therefore, Va minus Vc, this must be I into R, that is 2 volt. Now consider another point D. C is connected to the negative of the cell and D is connected to the positive of the cell. Therefore, with respect to D, C is at low potential because this is connected with negative terminal of the cell. Therefore, Vc minus Vd, this must be negative, that is, I can write it here, minus 5 volt. Now consider another point D. Current is flowing in this direction, that is high potential end of the resistance is D and low potential end of the resistance is E. Therefore, with respect to E, D is at high potential because current must flow from high potential to low potential end through a resistance. Therefore, Vd minus Ve, this must be positive, and this is I into R, that is 1 into 3 plus 3 volt. sorry. And lastly, if we compare between these 2 points E and B, obviously E is at high potential with respect to B, because positive of the cell is connected to E and negative of the cell is connected to B. Therefore, with respect to B, E is at high potential. Therefore, VE minus VB, this is 2 volt. Now add all this. VA minus VB, you can calculate this. This is equal to 4 minus 2 volt. 2 plus 3 plus 2 minus 5, that is equal to 2 volt. This is the answer. Okay, now these are the basic of current electricity. Now we can move sorry, to the KCL and KVL. KCL means Kirchhoff's current law. Suppose this is a junction point of a circuit. Junction point means some branches are attached to this point. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4 branches are attached to this point. A current I1 flowing towards the junction. A current I2 is flowing towards the junction. A current I3 is flowing towards the junction, but a current I4 is going out from the junction. Now, according to this law, I1 plus I2 plus I3 should be equal to I4. That means the current flowing inward must be equal to the current that flows outward. We can write this as I1 plus I2 plus I3 minus I4 is equal to 0, or summation of I, that is algebraic sum of current at any junction point, is 0. Algebraic sum of current at any junction point is 0, because the charge that is flowing towards the junction must be flow outward from the junction, because no charge is created or destroyed or accumulated anywhere in the circuit. Therefore, the charge that is flowing inward must flow outward. Therefore, net charge is conserved. So this KCL or Kirchhoff's current law gives that summation of I is equal to 0. Therefore, dq dt, that is rate of flow of charge, is equal to 0. Hence, Q is equal to conserved, or this is basically conservation of charge. Look, this is very simple. We know that suppose this is 1 ampere current going towards the point, this is 2 ampere current going towards the point, there must be 3 ampere current. So this is a very basic concept. We can look at a problem here. Look here, some currents are given and you have to find out the current I. Look at the diagram, try to do it yourself. This is 3 ampere current. That means there is 3 ampere current flowing inward. 1 ampere current goes out, so we get 2 ampere current here according to KCL. Now 2 ampere current is going towards the point, 1 ampere current is moving towards the point, hence we get 3 ampere current here. Now 1 ampere current is going away from this point, therefore there must be 3 minus 1, this is equal to 2 ampere current. So this one is very simple. This type of problems may appear in the exam from KCL and you can solve it very easily. Now we are going to learn the voltage law or Kirchhoff's voltage law, which is known as KVL. Suppose this is a circuit. This one is a resistance R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. This is a cell E1, this is a cell E2. Let's name this circuit A, B, C, D, E, F. Now B is the junction point. Junction point means those point where you can divide current, and E is another junction point. Here current also gets divided because there are three paths. The current will be divided in these two paths. Now BAFE, this is a branch. BE, this is also a branch, and BCDE, this is also a branch. Branch means the path from one junction to another. These are branches of the circuit. Branch means the path from one junction to another. You can see here that we can go from B to E, or we can move from B to E through these three paths, BAFE or BE or BCDE. Now there is a rule: when you divide current in this loop or in this loop, you have to remind that one current flows in one junction. It is not possible that different amount of current is flowing at different parts of a branch. One current must flow in one branch. One current must flow in one branch. It is not possible that different current flows through different segment of the branch. Now suppose there is a current I. Let us consider the current is divided in two parts, I1 and I2. I1, I2. I2 is flowing in this branch. Now I1 and I2, these two current are joined at this junction B, and it forms a current I. We can say that, look at here, at this point if you apply KCL, I must be equal to I1 plus I2. I must be equal to I1 plus I2 because I is the current flowing towards the point T, and I1 and I2 are going out. Therefore I must be equal to I1 plus I2. This is KCL. This is known as KCL, conservation of charge, or Kirchhoff's current law. Now in this branch BAFE, only one current flows, which is I. In EB, the current flowing is I1. In EDCB, the current flowing is I2. This is not possible that in a branch different current flows in different section. Therefore we have to maintain a single current in one branch. I maintain a current I here, I1 here, and I2 here. Now suppose concentrate on this loop. There is a cell E1, there is a resistance R1 across which potential difference is I R1, and current is flowing in this direction according to my diagram. Therefore this is high potential point, this is low potential point. There is another resistance R3, and potential difference across it is I R3. Current is flowing from this point to this point, so this is high potential point, this is low potential point of this resistance. And another current, another resistance R2, and I1 current is flowing through this resistance. Therefore potential difference across this resistance is I1 R2, and this is high potential point, this is low potential point. We discussed earlier that through a resistance current enters through the high potential point and current exits through the low potential point. Now if we consider the cell, this is high potential point, this is low potential point. What is KVL? KVL is saying that in a loop, potential difference across each circuit element, the summation of potential difference across each circuit element is equal to 0. That is, sum of V is equal to 0. Let me repeat again. The summation of potential differences across each circuit element must be equal to 0. This is actually conservation of energy, because dW/dQ is equal to 0, therefore work or energy is constant or conserved. Now suppose you are moving in this path A, B, E, F, this loop. Now first you are going from A to B. A is as high potential point with respect to B. A is at high potential with respect to B because the positive of the cell is connected with A and the negative is connected with B. Therefore, first you get the potential difference in this path as plus E1. Next you are moving through this circuit element, this resistance. You get the potential difference, that is VB minus VE, as minus I1 R2, as B is the low potential end and E is the high potential end between these 2 points. Now you are moving through the path EF and you are getting a potential difference minus IR3, as this one is the low potential point and this one is the high potential point. This is low potential point, this is high potential point, because current is flowing in this direction. In your diagram, current is flowing in this direction. Look at here, current is flowing in this direction. So plus minus, and in this resistance current is flowing in this direction, therefore plus minus. You are maintaining those signs. Now finally you move through F to A and you are getting a potential difference IR1 in this, between these 2 points, and F is at low potential and A is at high potential because current is flowing from this direction. According to your diagram, you are moving opposite to that, therefore minus IR1, this is equal to 0. So this is equation of the loop. This is the equation of the loop. Now consider the other loop. According to your current division, I2 is flowing in this direction. I2, I1 is flowing in this direction. This is B, C, D, E. Therefore, this is high potential point, this is low potential point. According to your current division, this is high potential point, this is low potential point. According to your current division, this is high, this is low potential point, and obviously this is plus of the cell, this is minus of the. Now the potential difference across R2 is I1 R2. Potential difference across R5 is I2 R5, as I2 current is flowing this through this, and potential difference across R4 is I2 R4 because I2 current is flowing through this. Now you start moving from B, move clockwise and return to B. First you go through BC. B is at high potential with respect to C, plus minus, therefore you get the potential difference of the cell as plus E2. Now you are moving from C to D that is from low potential to high potential point, minus I to R4. Then you are moving from D to E. According to your diagram, this is low potential end, this is high potential end, as current is flowing in the opposite direction. Therefore VD minus VE is equal to minus I to R5. And finally you are moving through the resistance R2 and getting a potential difference I1 R2, and you are moving from high potential point to low potential point, that is from plus to minus. Hence you are getting a potential difference plus I1 R2. Sum of all these potential difference is equal to 0. This is another equation. So first you have to divide the current. First you have to divide the current logically. Logic means in the junction current will be divided, it will be divided, and in a particular branch single current flows through all parts of the branch. It is not possible that different amount of current is flowing in different segment of the branch. Now according to your current division, you can mark the high potential and low potential points. Now you can move through the circuit clockwise sense, and beginning from the point B you can return to the point B, or from A you can return to the point A. While you are moving, you are passing through each circuit element, and note the potential difference across each circuit element like this, and summation of all these potential differences is 0. Now let us look on a problem. Here is a cell, 5 volt cell. There is a 2 ohm resistance, 1 ohm resistance. Suppose this is a 2 volt cell and this is 3 ohm resistance. You have to find out, just a minute, you have to find out the potential difference between the points B and E, that is VBE. Now we are going to apply KVL. First you divide the current logically. Suppose this is I current, I1 current, I is divided in this point E, I1 is going in this direction from E to B. Therefore this current must be I minus I1 according to KCL. If I is the current entering the point E and I1 is going out, then the remaining current that should move from E outward should be I minus I1. Now I minus I1 current is moving in this path, I minus I1 in this branch, and they are joined here and we get the current I. Therefore B and E, these are the junction points of the circuit. In the branch BAFE we get the current I. In the branch EB we get the current I1. In the branch EDCB we get the current I minus I1. Now according to my current division, this is the high potential point, this is low potential point, this is the high potential point, this is low potential point. Because resistance, we know this one is the resistance and current is moving like this. Therefore we know that a current moves from high potential to low potential end of a resistance. This is high potential point, obviously this is low potential point. Now consider the loop A, B, E, F, A, B, E, F, A. First we move from A to B. This is high potential point of the cell, this is low potential point. Therefore VA minus VB must be positive 5. Now from B to E, look, this one is the low potential point, this one is the high potential point. Therefore we are moving from low to high potential. Therefore potential difference between these 2 points must be VB minus V, which is negative, and this must be current into resistance I1 into 1. We can write it minus I1 into 1, as B is low potential, E is high potential end. Now you are moving through this resistance. Through this resistance and potential difference across it is I into R, that is I into 2. You are moving from low potential to high potential, and so you are getting a negative potential difference, that is minus I into 2 is equal to 0. So you can write it as 5 minus I1 minus 2I is equal to 0, or 2I plus I1 is equal to 5. This is an equation of this loop. Now concentrate on the loop BC DE B, BC DE B, this loop. You are moving in this clockwise sense. First, you get a potential difference between these 2 points C and D. You are moving from C to D, and according to your current division, C is at low potential and D is at high potential with respect to C. Therefore, VC minus VD must be negative. So we get minus 3 I minus I1, that is current into resistance potential difference. Minus sign appears as you are moving from C to D, and according to your current division, C is at low potential point and D is high potential point. Now you are moving from D to E. D is the high potential point with respect to E, because D is connected with the positive of the cell. So you get the potential difference VD minus V, which is equal to plus 2. Now you moving from E to B, and the potential difference is I1 into 1, and you are moving from high potential end to low potential end of this resistance. Therefore VE minus VB must be positive. So this is I1 into 1 is equal to 0. Therefore minus 3I plus 3I1 plus 2 plus I1 is equal to 0, or 3I minus 4I1 is equal to 2. This is another equation. Check this one. 3I minus 4I1 is equal to 2. Now we can solve these two and get the value of I1. I am multiplying this equation by 3. So 6I plus 3I1 is equal to 15, and this with 2, 6I minus 8I1 is equal to 4, minus plus minus, hence 11I1 is equal to 11, or I1 is equal to 1 ampere. Therefore you have to find out the potential difference between VBE. This is equal to VB minus VE. Look here, B is at low potential and E is at high potential. Therefore VB minus VE must be negative, that is minus current into resistance, that is minus 1 volt. This is the answer. Potential difference between VB and V is equal to minus 1 volt. Why minus? Because B is at low potential and E is at high potential. Now what will happen if you consider the current in some other way? Suppose this is also logical, that I current is flowing in this branch, I1 in this branch in opposite direction as we considered in the previous case, and I2 in this direction. According to KCL, I must be equal to I1 plus I2. Therefore obviously I2 is equal to I minus I1. We can always write this I2 is equal to I minus I1. Now in the previous case I consider the current in this direction, now I consider in opposite direction. This is also logical. This may also happen that current is flowing from B to E. You cannot understand it before solving the problem. Therefore first we consider this branch. This is plus minus according to my current division. This is plus minus according to my current division, plus minus. Now potential difference, we are moving in this fashion clockwise, therefore we get plus 5 in this loop A B E F A, A B E F A. First we move from A to B, from plus to minus of the cell, so we get plus 5. Now we are moving from B to E. In this diagram, B is at high potential, therefore I1 into 1. Then we are moving from F to A. F is at low potential, A is at high potential, therefore minus 2 I minus I1, this is equal to 0. Why minus 2? Because we are entering at negative end and we are going out through the positive end, so we are getting negative potential difference, as F is at low potential and A is at high potential in this diagram. So 5 plus I1 minus 2I plus 2I1 is equal to 0, or 2I minus 3I1 is equal to 5. This is an equation. Now we consider the next loop, B, C, D, E, B. We are moving in clockwise sense. Moving from C to D, you get potential difference as minus 3I, because C is at low potential, D is at high potential. Now you are moving from positive to negative end of the cell. With respect to E, D is at high potential, because the positive of the cell is connected to D. Therefore we are getting potential difference plus 2, Vd minus V plus 2. Now minus 1 into I1 is equal to 0, because you are moving from negative to positive end of the resistance, that is from E to B. E is at low potential, B is at high potential, therefore V minus VB must be negative, or 3I plus I1 is equal to 2. This is another equation. Now we are solving from I1, multiplying it by 3, that is 6I minus 9I1 is equal to 15, multiplying it by 2, 6I plus 2I1 is equal to 4, minus, therefore minus 11I1 is equal to 11, or I1 is equal to minus 1. Now minus 1 ampere, this minus sign indicates that current is flowing in opposite direction as considered in the circuit diagram. Current is flowing in opposite direction as considered in the circuit diagram. That means we are considering that the current is flowing from B to E, but solving this equation we get current as minus 1 ampere. This indicates that current is flowing from E to B, and the magnitude is of course 1 ampere. So there is no harm if we take the current in opposite direction, because we don't know before solving the problem that in which direction the current is flowing. In some problems you cannot understand before solving the problem that current is flowing in this direction or that direction. So you can follow the logic, you can divide the current, and the end answer will always be correct if you take the equations right. Hence minus 1 minus sign indicates that we consider current from B to E, but minus sign indicates that current is actually flowing from E to B. Therefore this potential difference 1 ampere, therefore VE minus VB, this is plus, this is minus, high potential and low potential at 1 into 1, that is 1 volt. Therefore VB minus VE is equal to minus 1 volt. This is the answer.